Mabuhay Pilipinas! Balik po tayo sa Playitright TV. Ako po si Quinito, Henson, along with my partner.
Ako po si Dyan Castillejo. Welcome muli. We hope that i-enjoy nyo itong episode because papag-usapan natin ang mga bagong dating na sasabak sa PBA. Super exciting. Well, Quinito,
Dyan, nakikita na natin kung sino-sino ang dalawang guest natin. First of all, the first overall PBA draft pick this year from Terrafirma, it's Stephen Holt. He's here with us.
Hey,
Hi there, Stephen.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
All right. And then Dyan, we've got another guest, also a high-flying big guy, third overall pick in the recent PBA draft, and he's from Rain or Shine. His name is, Dyan?
Luis Villegas. Welcome to the PBA. And he is joining Rain or Shine. Hi guys, thanks for being on Playitright.
Okay, my first question will be for Stephen Holt. Okay, Stephen, looking at your resume, man, you've played all over the world. Not only that, you played in the NBA preseason, and you played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. You played in the NBA D-League, now known as the G League, for the Canton Charge. You played 2 summer leagues with the Atlanta Hawks in the NBA. And let me just say that you've been to Germany, you've been to Australia, Spain, Czech Republic, Poland, Kazakhstan, Slovenia, the last 3 years in Romania. Stephen, what took you so long to come to the Philippines?
Man, it's just been a blessing to play in all those countries, and it's been a long journey. But man, it just the passport thing. It's been something that's been on my mind, and me and my agent have been trying to get since I graduated from St. Mary's in college, and it finally came into fruition this summer. In June, I was able to come out to Manila for like 48 hours, got my passport, and then went back to the States. This occurred pretty much after my European season ended. But once we got that passport, we just went through the necessary steps to make it out here, through the draft, and then finally actually flying out here and joining training camp. But it's been a long journey, and I'm definitely excited that I'm officially out here.
Yeah, well, Stephen, but before we move forward, I wanted to ask you to tell us about your Filipino roots, like I think your mom is Filipino. Can you tell us about that?
Oh yeah, so I'm half Filipino, half black. My mom was originally born in Portland, Oregon. My dad was born in LA. He played college basketball at University of Portland. So that's how those two met. But my grandmother's from Angela City, Papangan, and then my grandfather's from San Fernando. So that's kind of my roots. Out here, I haven't had a chance to visit out there yet. This is again my first time in Manila was for my passport this summer, and so this is going to be a full experience in Manila. So I'm looking forward to the full experience on and off the court. I'm just going to try and take it all in as I've done in every country that I've played in, and it's going to be one heck of a journey. So I'm super excited.
Okay, let's go over to Lou Villegas. And Lou, tell us about your own basketball journey. You played a couple of years for Cal State Stanislaw. Then you had a one-and-done experience with the University of the East. Coming off a winless season, you brought them to several victories in the last UAAP campaign. How special was that, playing for a Filipino school and then moving on to play 3x3? Then an accident happened. Tell us about that journey, Lou.
Yeah, playing at UE was amazing. Just being a part of that culture and that community was something that I'll cherish forever. I got to sense the love that Filipinos have for basketball. Every game, everyone was out there. So it was my time at UE was great. And, transferred over to 3x3 with TNT, suffered an injury in practice, getting ready for an international tournament. But we had the pleasure of winning a couple of grand finals with them, and, everything worked out.
Nice. So how is your injury now, Lou? And yeah, how can you update us on how it's going, your rehab, and when do you expect to be able to join Rain or Shine?
Yeah, it's going well. We're being cautious, just because it's a knee injury. The team is being very patient with me. But as of right now, we're lifting weights, we're running, but we're also being very cautious and, just going day by day, just seeing how it feels.
Let's go back to Stephen Holt. Stephen, you played for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA preseason, played for the Atlanta Hawks in the Summer League 2 times. Can you tell us which NBA players influenced you most in terms of improving your game and exposing you to a whole different level of basketball?
Yeah, I mean, just talking about that training camp experience. I was there for about 3 weeks, and just getting to see up hand the work ethic of obviously LeBron leading the charge. He is what he's advertised. I mean, he's a great guy on and off the court. He works hard. But at the end of the day, man, he's a jokester. He's a goofball. So you see it on social media, but when push comes to shove, he's one of the greatest of all time. But the funny thing about that is too, that was my first year being a rookie and stuff. And I remember Kyrie sprained his ankle. I don't know, maybe like after like the first preseason game and whatnot. And I'd have to come in and play like one-on-one with Kyrie as he rehabbed because he needed that extra person to work out with. So that was kind of a, cool experience getting to work out with him in the mornings before, normal practice in the evenings. But man, I just learned so much from that journey. That was, my true rookie season. Obviously, I got cut and moved down to the G League, but overall it was just a tremendous experience. Getting to, play with the Cavs for a little bit and obviously going through the G League my first year. So definitely learned a lot.
You mentioned something about college, and this is a follow-up question. You played for St. Mary's College, and this is a school that has produced a lot of Australian Olympic stars. Matthew Dellavedova, Patty Mills, also produced a former PBA import who made a name for himself in the local league. I don't know if you know Diamond Simpson. He played for St. Mary's. How was that experience like playing for that school? And you did score 35 points in one game against Santa Clara.
I know it's crazy. I didn't even plan to wear this shirt, but yeah, I'm rocking the St. Mary's. But yeah, I mean, St. Mary's is known as the Australian Pipeline. We have a ton of good players. Right now, obviously, Patty's still in the league with Atlanta Hawks. Jock Lando, big guy, just signed with the Rockets. Obviously, Deli was in the league for a few years. He's currently back home in Australia playing for Melbourne United. But yeah, me and Diamond are still close to this day. We're with the age gap, we didn't get a chance to play together, but one of the coolest things about our program is all the players go back to Moraga, the Bay Area, for their summer school sessions, and we play 5-on-5 open gym. All the old heads come back. We're very close to the program. That's a huge shout out to Coach Bennett and what he's built and what's continued to build, because I mean it's a top 25 program going into the season this year, so I'm definitely expecting some big things from them. I'm making some noise in the WCC, but like you said, Diamond played in this league for a few years, and I swear he was always, every time we had a conversation, he's like, "Yo, Holt, why don't you have your passport? Why don't you go out and play for the Philippines? You've been playing all 3 leagues, all 3 conferences." And I swear we've had that conversation every single summer when I've ran into him. But I know he's finally happy that I'm finally out here in the PBA.
Well, Dyan, your father was a LaSalle Sports Hall of Famer. And Stephen, St. Mary's College is a LaSalle school.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough school academically, as it should be. Trying to be a student athlete. I got my degree in business administration. So we'll see how many more years I got in the tank, and obviously I have my degree as a fallback. But yeah, I'm gonna try and play as long as I can.
Well,
Yeah.
you still look super fit, Stephen.
I appreciate it. 31, so I hope I still look fit.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Luis, going back to your experience with University of the East, you were in the UAAP Mythical 5. I mean, how was that? You mentioned earlier that it was such an incredible experience. How would you compare that to your college basketball experience?
It's completely different. I always joke around with Mamu and even Kuya James, like nothing beats UAAP.
Talaga?
The experience, the community, the support, the whole experience. Every time I go back and watch UE play, it kind of just, irks me a little that I can't be out there on the court. But it's one of those things that I'll never forget. I'll always cherish forever.
Yeah, and tell us about your Filipino side.
Yeah, so my mom is half Filipina, and her dad is full, and he's from Cavite. So he joined the Navy, and he was stationed down in San Diego, and then that's where everything happened. But yeah, no, I got family in Cavite.
So
Nice.
your father is from Cavite and your mom is half Filipina. Is that right?
Yeah, so my dad is full Mexican, and then my
Oh,
mom
okay.
is half Mexican, half Filipina. So, but my mom's dad is full Filipino.
So
Okay,
your
so it's
mom
your
speaks
it's your dad's.
Chavacano.
Yeah, yeah,
You heard that? You've heard some words in Chavacano, broken Spanish?
yeah. Definitely have. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but since I'm sure you speak Spanish and you also speak Chabacano, it's a pretty nice mix.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, but Lou, you talked about your UAAP experience. Can you tell us who was the toughest guy you had to defend when you were playing in that UAAP season? You went up against some big guys, Carl Tamayo, Kwame, and there were a lot of other guards who were there. I don't know if you ever defended Deshaun Winston. He was playing not in your position. You played 3, 4, and 5. Lou,
hmm
tell us about that.
Yeah, I would have to say. I mean, the stack team that year was UP. Because they had Carl Tamayo in the starting five, and then Xavier coming off the bench. So it was a good game competing against those guys. But everyone was good that year. Antonio was strong. LaSalle was strong. So it was just a wonderful experience to compete against those guys.
Super nice. I wanted to go back to Stephen and ask him. I mean, I am amazed at all the countries that you have played and all the leagues. I mean, it's incredible. You're a rookie here, but I mean, what's it like? What was it like playing in Europe, different leagues in Europe, in Australia, in the US, in the summer league? I mean, how did you have to adjust your game? I'm really curious about your experience in each of those places.
Yeah, I mean, for starters, you grow up fast on and off the court.
Yeah.
I mean, just I have a few instances with the language barrier where coaches didn't speak any English, assistants would
Mm.
translate on the fly in the huddles and in the game, and you just kind of have to adapt in that facet. But yeah, I mean, it's just been an incredible journey. I've been blessed to stay healthy my whole entire 9 years, going into my 10th a season now. But I'm like I said, I'm just super excited to finally be out here in the Philippines. It's been one of my goals since day one. I just didn't know when in my career I'd be out here, but I'm finally out here for year 10. So I'm looking forward to having a successful season.
Well, Steven, you have championship in your DNA. You won championships in the Czech Republic. You won championship in Kazakhstan. You won a championship in the West Coast Conference. What about playing now for possibly the league's doormat team, Terrafirma? Are you thinking that maybe Terrafirma is going to be a contender sometime soon? Now, you're playing with a bunch of guys who are very determined and they've got a goal. They want to be able to improve. You've got some new players on in the roster. What do you think are the expectations for Terrafirma in the coming PBA season?
Yeah, I mean, our main goal and focus this preseason is just to compete. We lost to Ginebra the last week by one. Obviously, they didn't have Brownlee, and one other player didn't play. We were down by like 20 points to San Miguel yesterday, and almost came back and won. And then today we played an Indonesian team and won by like 30. So we just want to compete, be close in the games, and just control what we can control. I mean, at the end of the day, we work hard just like every other team. We want to win just like every other team, and at the end of the day, it's just whoever's the best team on that day. So hopefully we can get a few wins and at least put ourselves in that playoff conversation. And yeah, I mean, again, all we can do is control what we can control.
A follow-up question, Steven. One of your new players, I don't know if he made the roster, K-Mark Carino, a big tall guy. Is he still with your team?
Yeah, KC, man, he's developing pretty well. Obviously with his length, his shooting ability, and picking pops, and I've really been impressed with his shot blocking ability. Obviously this is his first season; he's a rookie. He's had his ups and downs, but I definitely have seen his progress since at least since I've been here, since day one. But yeah, I've been very impressed with this game so far.
Okay, I have to ask you this, Steven. His last name is Carino. Your mother's last name is Carino. Are you guys related? I mean, that would be such a coincidence.
Yeah, that's funny. We haven't had that conversation yet, but yeah, that's my second middle name, Stephen Jeffrey Quinito Holt. But that'd be pretty fun if we be cousins in some way.
Can you believe it? Yeah, Diane.
So, Stephen, when you as you globe trot, as you've been globe trotting, do you go with your family? You have a wife, children, and how do you manage that? If you're, I don't know, are your children of school age, and are they here in the Philippines?
One child.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. For the most part, until my wife got married, when I was playing in Europe, we have that 180 days European rule, where she can be allowed, on that visa. And then once we got, married, she could obviously hop on my visa and could stay in the country,
Mm.
the full time. But Australia, their season was actually a little bit shorter, just kind of like the Philippines here, how it's 3 months and three conferences, but Australia was like six
Uh-huh.
season. So she was able to stay with me pretty much for the whole season out there. But obviously it's a challenge, even here, just with the time difference, talking to my family, staying in touch. But yeah, I mentioned a little bit earlier before, we started the show, that my wife and son and little dog will be flying out early December. They'll be out here for the rest of the season, and again, I can't wait to have them out and see my newborn, since he'll be roughly about 3 months by the time he gets out here. So
Oh wow, you have a 3-month-old baby.
yep, yeah. I mean, it's just
Oh, that's tough. That's tough to leave him, huh?
yeah, it's a sacrifice, obviously, being out here, getting to miss those little, precious moments of him growing up super fast and stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, I do this for my family. Just got to put food on the table, roof over our heads, and carry that weight on and burden. So, but yeah, no, at the end of the day, we're got a super supportive family, not just my wife and son and stuff, but obviously, my mom and sister and all my circle. So I'm definitely blessed, and can't wait to have everybody out here.
Great.
Okay, let's go back to Lou now. Lou, you played under Jack Santiago at UE,
Hmm.
and then now you're playing under Yang Giao. I know that you're picking up a lot of Filipino words here and there since you've come to the country. Now, when Coach Yang Giao yells at his players or yells at the opponents, you probably know already what he's saying if he's talking in Tagalog. Lou, what have you picked up from Coach Yang and from Coach Jack?
Words here and there, probably some I can't say on here. But the one thing about Coach Chang is, he's very passionate, and he always sticks up for his players. He's a very straightforward guy, and he just tells you what's on his mind, and I appreciate that.
Well, Lou, just another question about Coach Yang Giao. He's a master at subs, his rotations, and he believes in equal distribution of wealth, equal opportunity for his players. He never starts the same starting five throughout the season. He just keeps on using different combinations. What do you think of that style? And then you also mentioned a particular teammate, Kuya James, and he's ageless. He's signed on for one conference. He also has a political career that he's taken care of. What do you think of Kuya James, and what do you think of the style of Coach Yang Giao giving equal opportunity to his players?
Yeah, it's been great getting to know, Kuya James, that I'm a alumni from UE, and he's a Hall of Fame guy from UE. Just talking to him and learning his stories and his times from back then, it's just been amazing. But just been learning from him a lot, and just excited to see him play. And I like our style, as far as opportunities goes, because everyone gets a chance. Um, Everyone has an opportunity to shine. It's what you make with that opportunity. That's up to the players. But at the end of the day, everyone gets a chance to play, and it takes a team to win these games. So it's amazing, and I think it's fair, and it's you got to work for everything. So I like it.
And we know that you're still on your road to recovery, and you won't be able to participate yet in this conference, but it'll be next conference in 2024, right, Lou?
Yes.
Yes. So who are you excited to share the court with in the PBA? It's going to be, I'm sure you watch all the games, and just who are some of your favorite players that you can't wait to be in the court with?
Yeah, I mean, my teammates right now, like I'm itching to get on the court with them. Sitting on the sideline watching practice every day, it's kind of frustrating, but they're including me in the little stuff that I can do, and I'm excited to share the court with Gabe Norwood, Big
Mm-hmm.
Bo. They're very smart players. They have an aura around them when they're playing, so I'm just excited to get out there. Play with Keith. Mamu. I can keep going on and on about our team, but just patiently waiting for the day that I can get out there and play with them.
Yeah, Gian Mamuyak, Keith Datu, those are some excellent players I'm going to be playing with. But there's a rookie who's trying to land a spot on your team. His name is Sherwin Concepcion. He's a flat-out, lights-out shooter, still working on his defense. But this guy's a diamond in the rough. What do you think of his chances of sticking, Sherwin Concepcion? Lou?
Sherwin's my guy. I like Sherwin. He's a
Yeah.
hard worker. He puts in the time, he puts in the work. Amazing shooter. His defense is improving every day, and I'm very supportive of him. I'm always trying to encourage him just to be the best player that he can. Considering that we're both in the same draft class, and Sherwin's going to be fine. I know he's going to do well in the PBA.
Okay, Dyan?
Well, Stephen, I wanted to ask you, how do you like the Philippines so far? You mentioned that you just got your passport here. I assume you're adjusted to different types of food, having been to so many continents, right? What do you like so far about Manila?
Man, I mean, just the obvious fact that majority of people speak English. I mean, I don't take that for granted.
Okay.
So many
Yeah.
countries where, I have to walk around with my, phone, just with Google Translate, a menu, or Google Translate, there's
Mm.
stuff in the grocery store, and taxi drivers, like where I want to go and stuff. Like, I don't take that piece for granted. Obviously I knew it was hot, but once I finally landed here, man, it's just super hot every single day, and the weather, in a tank
Hey, it's
top.
gonna get cooler. It's gonna get cooler in December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it will. It will.
No, that's funny. And then it rains out of nowhere, and I'm wearing flip flops to a mega mall or something like that. But just that facet, and obviously the traffic is probably the worst I've ever seen in my career. I didn't know it was gonna be this, but yeah, I haven't gotten used to that yet. But overall, life's been great. I mean, I'm in the motherland. I'm so happy to be in Manila. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I'm just super happy to be here.
Well, it's great that you're here, Stephen. It's been a long time coming. I know that you've been in the radar of Gilas for many, many years, and they were looking to bring you over, but now you're here, and it's a great thing. Just to ask you about your import. He's from Belgium, Thomas Dethay. How do you think he'll fit in the way the PBA plays its game? We've got a lot of international players in the coming conference as imports.
Yeah, I mean, Big T, he's had a solid preseason so far. Obviously, we played against, pretty good competition against San Miguel, Ginebra. We play Morocco next week. But he's definitely shown his stuff. He's very physical, can rebound, good finisher, loves that short roll and can attack with the left or right hand dribble. So he's very versatile for a big, sets good screens. Obviously, that's good for me and the rest of our guards. So he's fit very, very well so far into this system. And again, I mean, it's just all about being ready for November 10th for our first game, and I think he'll be ready, and I think the rest of our squad will be ready.
Yeah, and the locals. What about Wami Chongson? What about Javi Gomez Daliano, Eric Camson, and Andreas Cahilig?
Man, just a bunch of great guys. A bunch of great
Mm-hmm.
guys. Nwami's been great. I'm in the backcourt with me. Just being a mentor to me is what to expect in this league, and what coach wants from us, and just little things. I thought Javi's had a tremendous preseason so far. He's just been super aggressive, just trying to get to the basket, use his size, and finishing through contact. I feel like he's done that tremendously. And you mentioned Dre. He's really one of our better defenders too. His
Mm-hmm.
ability to shot block, move laterally. I've been very impressed with, his ability to defend. So, at the end of the day, we got a bunch of good guys that just want to work hard, compete, win, and hopefully, the new pieces like me, Thomas, Kmark, and and T Millie, all of us, and can just come in and hopefully affect this group positively, positive energy, and hopefully we can change the ship around.
Yeah, just a question about the makeup of your team. What about guys like Dami Kuntapay? Did you mention him? And Mark Sangalang, are they going to be making it to the team?
Yeah, I think one of them is still playing in that current. I forgot what the league is called.
For the NPBL, yes. I think
Yeah,
Sangalang is still there.
all the stuff. So we haven't have our full group yet, but with the guys that we have, I mean, we show up every day, 7 a.m. I know it's early, but no excuses. We practice hard, we compete, and at the end of the day, we're just trying to get better and turn this ship around. So I'm excited to go to war with my guys.
Nice. Well, definitely feeling the positive energy from you,
Yeah.
Stephen, for Terrafirma. I love it. And looking forward to some more wins in this coming conference for your team. But going back to Lou, the PBA has been out for a while. Everyone's excited to go back in. What can you tell us about the vibe, the mood, the level of rain or shine coming into this conference?
Especially with your import, the one Summers. How is he?
Yeah, Dwan's amazing. He's a good guy on the court. He's a better guy off the court. We got very comfortable very quick. He brings a lot of experience because he played in the league for a little bit. He just brings such a positive attitude, and he's a good guy. So it's amazing to see that. And the vibe with us is just excitement. We're just ready to get after it, ready to show the PBA what we can do, and contend for a championship.
Nice.
Well, yeah. Well, thanks guys for joining us here on Playitright TV. We appreciate the time. We're always looking forward to new faces in the PBA, and you guys, two of the top 3 draft picks this summer, and we're looking forward to very exciting times, especially with you, Stephen. You're the first overall draft pick, and every fan wants to see Terrafirma come on up.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming. I think you're gonna turn the corner very, very soon with you and with your import Thomas. And then Lou, we're gonna miss you in the Commissioner's Cup. But when you finally suit up in the All Filipino Cup, wow, I think it's gonna be amazing. We can't wait to see you play. That's Lou, Villegas, and Stephen Holt. Thanks very much, guys, for coming on to our show. And Dyan, maybe you want to ask them maybe their last few words or messages to our fans?
Yeah, thanks. Maybe just a few words to the Terrafirma fans, Stephen, who are so looking forward to you being with their team. What would you like to say?
Yeah, I mean, Terrafirma fans, I'm super excited to finally be here in Manila. It's been a long road to get here, even just, at the start of training camp. Not just me, but everybody in the gym's been working hard these past 3 weeks. We've had, about 4 or 5 tune-up games. We have one more against Morocco next week. And then, the season's here. So we're excited to compete. Hopefully we can make you guys proud and get a little bit more wins this season. So we need your support.
All right. And Luis?
To the Rain or Shine fans, it's going to be an exciting conference. We're getting better every day, and our chemistry is getting better. So it's going to be a fun couple months of basketball. So come out and support.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for
very
coming on,
much,
guys. It's been so much
Thanks,
fun
guys.
to talk to you.
Yeah. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Lou. Thanks for being with us on Playitright TV. And see you in the games.
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Dyan, napakagandang kausapin itong dalawa. Very accommodating. And, they're big names. These guys are going to make a splash in the PBA. Si Lou Villegas, hindi lang natin makapapanood in the coming Commissioner's Cup kasi may injury, ACL niya. And, that happened in practice, in a 3x3 practice with TNT. But he's going to be back. And he'll be playing in the Philippine Cup. And that opens sometime late February, early March. But Stephen Holt, Dyan, maraming nagsasabi, this is the guy to watch. This guy is a 31-year-old rookie with tons of experience. Going to be playing here for the first time. And boy, I think...
Sana he can really turn it around for Terrafirma. And then it's going to be, Like, I love his energy, actually. He's so positive, and you can feel like he's so excited to play, and that can make all the difference, diba?
And he's gonna be like a second import para sa kanila. Of course, they have the Belgian Waffle, si Thomas Dete, he's gonna be playing for them. But yun nga, no? If Thomas is gonna be playing 4 or 5, it looks like Stephen Holt at 6'4", he can play 2 or 3. So, the versatility of those two guys can give a lot of good combinations for Coach Johnny Del Cardel. So, looking forward to big things from Terrafirma and from Rain or Shine. We're always looking forward to big things from Rain or Shine, because sabi nga ni Lou, it's not just him. It's also about Keith Datu, who's going to be playing. And, when Datu's on the floor, you can expect big things as well.
Yeah. Are those guys, is there a possibility that they can join Gilas, or they didn't get their passports in time? Like, cause I know you have to be like age 16, diba?
They can't play in the SEA Games and the Asian Games. So they're eligible to play for those competitions that are not sanctioned by FIBA, because FIBA has different eligibility rules. But for the Asian Games and the Southeast Asian Games, why not? Stephen Holt will make a big difference, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining us here on Playitright, Luis Villegas and Stephen Holt. Looking forward to seeing you both as the PBA opens. Well, for Luis, you'll still see him there, but he'll actually get to play next year pa. But thanks again, guys.
Okay, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, Playitright TV, and we're excited to make our audience bigger, better, and we promise you more big things to come on Playitright TV.
Maraming salamat. See you next time.
Thanks, guys.